Here is a run-through of Plains of Bomont. I find that some of these voicings are gorgeous, but might be a little more difficult than need be. So I'll kind of tell you exactly what's going on in my suggestion. So obviously here it's starting off on a CBA. Use the pinky and the middle finger. Now this next chord here is kind of interesting. You're going to want to bar the 5th fret, and then in the right hand I'm going to get 2 notes with my thumb, and then that index is going to get that C and then that A, and then you're going to get that pinky up there to get that C, and then here you have that A and the C, which will be right there, and then you can get the E back here again. That works out really, really well. And then here, I like that a lot. So you got the 5th open, and then you got the B and the D here. You want to do it there, and then as soon as you're done with that first beat, then I'm going to bar that 7th fret so as to be able to get that E and that C. So I'm getting the C here, and then I'm going to add the A and the E there. So I've got that first beat, and then the second, first beat, second, and then you're still barred, so you can get that E and that B easy, and then the pinky there. Now in the 3rd measure, this chord is kind of interesting. I like that a lot. So you got the A, the D, the open G, and again you're going to use your thumb to get 2 notes here. You're going to have to finger pick that for sure. And then here you got the E and the G. I'll do that backwards, the E and then the G, and then you got the 2 opens, the G and the B, with that first string open there. Now in this next chord here, you've got the low E, the B, the G, the D, and the E. There's kind of a typical sort of E minor 7, very pretty. Now here, this next chord is kind of interesting. It's really pretty. So you've got an F, a D, and a C, and a G. If you can reach that, fine. And in the right hand, of course, you're getting your F, your D, then your C, and your G like that. And then on that second beat, you got the F and the A. And then you got here, this next chord is so pretty. You got the F, the D, and the C. But that makes for a lot of work to go. See, I screwed up. Really pretty. And honestly, I think it's going to have a better effect if you did something like in the sense that you can sustain the notes better and not do the technical difficulties. What I did there, so I'm just going to grab that melody here on that first string, and I'm just kind of keeping a skinny F there. And then here, that chord comes back, and then for a second pass, again, I would just do that twice in a row. To make that a little easier. Now this next chord's kind of interesting. You've got the E, the D, the E, and the G. I think I would keep that. It's kind of awkward. G, E, D, and then the E there. And they don't ask for that G for the whole measure, but I think it sounds better if you do. The next chord's gorgeous, but I wouldn't play that chord. So to come out of that context and be like, to grab that chord just out of the blue is going to be crazy. But here you got the G, the E, the D, and the C. That's a lot of work. This is measure 8. And then so that's kind of crazy. I would just drop the C. That's going to make your life a lot easier, better transition. So here's 7. And then you've got 8 would be like this. And then you got the opens, the D and the B open there. And that gives you the 3rd string open to get back into position. Now measure 9 is repeated information. Here I've got that A minor. Now here this E, they're asking for all 6 beats. I would not do that. Because after like 3 beats, 1, 2, 3, I can't hear that note anymore, and you're certainly not going to hear that on stage. So I like how that sounds, how it's written. I'd do those first 3 beats like maybe like this, like 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So again, so here I've got that A, and I'm going to grab this A at the same time. So E, and then this A at the same time. And grab the E and the A here, and then get the C. But then, as I go to that downbeat of the measure 10, I would probably play that here. So you got the E, the A, and the B open. Again, it's asking us to sustain the E. I'm going to ignore that. So downbeat of 10, I've got the E, A, B. Then you can get that C with your index. Now here the E and the A is comfortable there. Here's the A and the C in that fourth beat. Now this chord's also really pretty. I missed it. Of course I missed it. And that's kind of, again, you get the, this is measure 11. You have the G, E, the open G, and then the B. And then the B open. You may want to just scrap that coming off of here. This is 10. I'd probably go to here. I would just skip that E. So get the B, the G, and the B, the G, and the B. That'd make for an easier transition. And then here on that in measure 11, you've got that third beat, the E and the A, and then the open E and B. Then here you've got the measure 12, you've got the G here, then you got the two opens with the B. That's pretty easy. Then the A, G, and then the E and the G, and then the E. That's a pretty easy measure. Then moving on, this next chord is impossible. So they're asking for this F up here while you're holding the F and the C and the G. That is just too far of a reach, even if I try to use my thumb. So I am going to abandon that note and actually, you know, I'm going to take that back. Let's grab that melody note here on the second string. Yeah, that's really pretty. Let's do that. So I'm going to get the F, the C, the A. I'm just going to grab that B there. And then maybe here, yeah, you can get that A, F, and C here, right? So you've got that, I like that. And then here you've got the G, the D, the G, the E, and that C there. And then yeah, I'd probably play it that way. I'd probably get the A, the E there. I like how that rolls up. So you got the E open, but I use the pinky, the C sharp, the E, and the